Hey guys, what's going on? So last time we did the PS1, now we're going to move on to the N64. So I was going to originally do PlayStation 2, but I'm going to try to do console generations. So there we go. So we start with PS1, now we'll move on to N64, as I've already said. My N64 collection isn't quite as big as my PS1 collection. It's honestly... there aren't a lot of games. I only have 13, but... that's okay. So we'll go ahead and just get this rolling. The first game we're going to show off today is Star Fox 64. It's a rail shooter, kind of like Panzer Dragoon. And I honestly like Panzer Dragoon better. But this is fun. You play as Fox McCloud in a R-Wing, and you blow stuff up. And it's pretty fun. It's a really fun game. It's easily the best Star Fox game, besides the 3DS version of the same game. Next up, we got a game I used to play a lot when I was growing up. Pokemon Stadium. Yes. I used to play this game a lot, actually. I don't know why. It's really just Pokemon battles, but I think it was cool for me seeing the Pokemon in 3D fight each other. There's no story or anything. It's just take your Pokemon, go fight. There you go. Speaking of Pokemon, here's Pokemon Snap. This was actually one of my first N64 games. I got this and the original Super Smash Bros. On the same day. Those were my first two N64 games. But it's fun. It's kind of another rail shooter, very sort of. Whereas you're really just taking pictures of Pokemon, but it's cute. Next up is, of course, a classic. I didn't actually have this one growing up at all, really. But I've played it since then, obviously. But Super Mario 64. Yes. Yeah, I didn't have this one growing up, actually. I didn't play this until the Wii Virtual Console for the first time. But it's really good. It's a classic. It's held up to the test of time. It's still very, very fun. Then, of course, Mario Kart 64, which has not aged quite as well, honestly. At least not to me. If I'm going to play Mario Kart again, this isn't the one I'm going to go to. But, I mean, it was good for the time, but I don't think it's aged particularly gracefully. That's just me. But then, Paper Mario. So this is an RPG, which I need to actually sit down and play. Because I haven't played through it yet. But I've heard great things about it. Now, one of my favorite games of all time, and probably my favorite game on the N64, which is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. And it is my favorite Zelda game. This is amazing, amazing experience. And I really recommend playing it. If you haven't already, I'd be baffled. But it's incredible. It's fantastic. You really should play it. Next up is the only game in my entire collection I have never replaced. I've had this copy of this game since I was 7 or 8 years old. It's the only N64 game that remained in my collection since I got it. Donkey Kong 64. And I don't know why. It's not that great. But this one has managed to stick around since the day I got it. You collect things. That's literally all you do. A game that I'm not the biggest fan of. I shouldn't say that. I'm not a big fan of this series, but this game isn't bad. Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards. It's okay. It's another Kirby game. It's really only 64 games that I can think of to use the D-pad, which is kind of funny, but it's alright. There's nothing really to write home about, but if you like Kirby, this is right up your alley. And I mentioned this already, but bears repeating. Super Smash Brothers. I love the franchise. This was the first N64 game I ever played. This was the reason I got the N64. I saw the commercial and I was like, "What that?" It's very limited by Smash today's standards. Like, Melee's got way more content than this, but it's still fun. Actually, like I can still go back to it, believe it or not. Next up, we got a game that is probably better on the other consoles, but Mortal Kombat 4. I already showed this in my PS1 video, but I got this for like $3 or $4, so it wasn't really expensive. So I was like, okay, screw it, why not? I like the PS1 version better, honestly, but if you only had an N64, this wasn't a bad option if you like Mortal Kombat. Now this is one of the best 3D platformers ever made. Banjo-Kazooie. This is, to me, still Rare's best game. This and Conquer. This is really, really good. Banjo-Kazooie is a classic, and I really liked it. I have it on Rare Replay, so I play that version more now, but, you know. And last but not least, a game I personally have never played. Turok, Dinosaur Hunter. I think it's an FPS. I'm pretty sure it's an FPS. The only Turok I've ever played is the Xbox 360 one. But that's actually it for my N64 collection. It's nowhere near as big as PlayStation, but you know, I was more of a PlayStation guy than a Nintendo guy growing up, and I still am, honestly, but I still love my N64. You may have noticed a couple things I don't have. Majora's Mask, I don't have. I do have the 3DS version of Majora's Mask, so we'll get to that one with 3DS, but F-Zero, I don't have. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other notable ones I don't have. There are probably some other ones I can't think of, but I don't have, like I said, I don't have everything. But what I do have, I'm quite happy with. With that being said, thanks so much for watching this video, guys. It's a much shorter video than the PlayStation one, I realize. But I also just didn't have as many games to go over, so I hope you enjoyed this one. Next up would be Sega Saturn, but I'm going to wait until I have, because I got a couple more games on their way to me, so I'm going to wait till I have those before I go over to the Sega Saturn. So next up will probably be Sega Dreamcast? Dreamcast? Yeah, we'll do Dreamcast next. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care.